Well, the barriers have been drawn for this year's Magic Millions 2-year-old classic. There were 3 big names coming into it: Jonker, Sunlight and also F Troop. And the big winner was Jonker, who drew barrier 3 but will start from gate 2 if one of the emergencies doesn't get a run.
Yeah, very pleased with that. It's important. A good draw is important, particularly here at the Gold Coast, and any big race really over a short course. You need, any little advantage is more of an advantage than in the longer races. So I'm very pleased with that draw, and I've rode him this morning. Very pleased with how he's going, and looking forward to Saturday. He's a very natural horse. He's got a lovely temperament, which is, in my opinion, that's just as important as being able to gallop. But he's a really good mover. I didn't ask him to do a great deal this morning. I just wanted to get a feel of him, and he's a very sensible young horse, and he's obviously been prepared very well, and he looks very well, and excited about the prospects for Saturday.
The 2 pre-draw equal favourites both drew double-digit gates, with F Troop coming up with number 18, but the Spirit of Boom gelding will start from 13 if none of the 5 emergencies gain a start. Sunlight drew 15, which would become 12 without emergencies, but the Zoustar fillies trainer Tony McAvoy was far from disappointed.
It's okay. It's okay. I think the big thing to remember is the Gold Coast track in is not best. If you watch the history of this race and you just look at the history of the track, you need to be out in the middle somewhere. So I think her draw's fine. There'll be a lot of pressure in the race, and she'll be right up in that pressure zone. And look, I think with the favourite drawing 18, he's going to have to do a bit of work to get across there, and we'll just hang off his coattails.
McAvoy's other runner Crockett drew gate 10, while connections of Victoria's 2 representatives, Nomathage and Anthemosa, were sporting big smiles after drawing gates 2 and 4 respectively. The allocation of starting positions took place at Surfers Paradise, where locals and holiday makers mingled with royalty at one of the most iconic barrier draws on the Australian racing calendar. And while the 2-year-old draw saw a reshuffle at the head of betting markets, with now Jonker the favourite, was a different story in the 3-year-old guineas, the draw only serving to enhance the dominance of Pirata after he came up with barrier 1.
Corey's been positive on him before and held a forward position on him before. I just think 1400, sometimes you can get a slower run race, or they'll go very hard. So I think there'll be plenty of pressure on. Everything's been perfect so far. We've been very happy with what he's done up here. He's got into it, he's made Queensland home, and his work was well this morning, so we can't do much more.
So the fields are now finalised for Saturday's $10 million race day, but there's plenty of action in between, with the sale kicking off at 10 a.m. Queensland time on Wednesday.